introduce very remarkable women leaders who have been at the forefront of driving inclusive and sustainable urban development in their respective cities. It's my pleasure to introduce to you first a dynamic leader who has been a driving force behind numerous sustainability and inclusivity initiatives in our host city. Now, Mayor Joy Belmonte has been serving Quezon City for 15 years now. She was previously the city's vice mayor for 3 consecutive terms before vying for its highest office in 2019. Now, on top of her agenda, then were women's rights, gender equality, enhancing social services, particularly for the marginalized. Now, the city's 11th mayor also imposed zero tolerance for corruption in the city by code, ensuring that every peso is well spent on projects that are meaningful, sustainable, and effective. Introducing and sustaining reforms in government is one of the many challenges that the mayor has had to hurdle. She continues to believe that many things detrimental to progress and development have been institutionalized, such as corruption and a culture of mediocrity. She maintains, quote, there is a need to restore the people's faith, trust, and confidence in government. So please join me in warmly welcoming Mayor Joy Belmonte.
Very much for that kind introduction. Let's take our seats, ladies and gentlemen, and persons of diverse genders. To our well-known guest of honor, the Mayor of Freetown, Sierra Leone, Mayor Yvonne Aki Sawyer. We have with us Ms. Shruti Narayan, Managing Director of Regions and Mayoral Engagement, the C40 series. One of our favorite ambassadors, Laura Bolifis, Ambassador of the United Kingdom to the Philippines. Ms. Rosalind Messina, Country Program Coordinator of UN Women. Ms. Isabel Woods, Senior Social Development Specialist of the Asian Development Bank. Ms. Sharon Hill of the United Nations Environment Program. Ms. Sylvia Alonso of the CGIAR. To our beloved Vice Mayor Gian Carlos Soto. To members of the City Council led by the Honorable Majority Floor Leader, Council Dorothy Belmonte. To our Quezon City Department heads and staff led by our City Administrator, Michael Amoroni. To our C40 and Regional Academy delegates, especially our friends from Jakarta and Indonesia, let's give them a warm round of applause. To our friends from C40 cities, to our barangay officials who are here today. I was explaining to Yvonne the role of a barangay official, and in yesterday's greetings I said they are the frontliners. They are responsible for taking care of our citizens. To all of our partner agencies, NGOs, and POs of the present day, a pleasant morning to everyone. As cities across the global south navigate the intersecting challenges of climate change and social inequality, we find ourselves at crossroads. The urgency of climate action has never been more pronounced. Our geographical vulnerabilities make us particularly susceptible to the devastating impacts of climate change. From record-breaking heat waves that scorch our cities, from here to West Africa, to successions of typhoons that have grown stronger in recent years. Our communities are enduring the harshest consequences of this global crisis. In Quezon City, for instance, we have had to brace ourselves for flooding caused by unprecedented rain volume. And just last month, Typhoon Karina forced us to postpone this very global workshop, and our city government needed to attend to over 80,000 individuals, including families who were rescued from their rooftops. Right now, outside the hotel, we are again experiencing on and off monsoon rains, which has left many communities in the island of Luzon flooded. It is crucial to recognize that climate change has further exacerbated inequality in our society, with our most vulnerable citizens bearing the brunt of its impact, from our informal settlements to our women and children, to people with disabilities and those who count on the informal economy for day-to-day living. For them, climate change is not merely an environmental issue, it is a matter of survival. The effects are compounded by existing inequalities, pushing many further into poverty and making the journey toward a sustainable future even more arduous. Here in Quezon City, we have decided to embrace this challenge with a bold plan that leads sustainability and environmental stewardship in our overall vision towards inclusivity. C40 Cities has been an invaluable partner in this regard. With your support, we have been able to carry out key initiatives that puts climate action at the core of our collective life here in Quezon City. This has been our motivation to be relentless in the pursuit of innovations, from our pivot towards renewable energy to efficient waste management. In 2022, I stood with leaders from around the world at the C40 World Mayor Summit in Buenos Aires, Argentina, united by a shared vision to create 50 million good green jobs by the end of this decade. This vision extends beyond addressing climate change. It is about building a future where every person, especially those in vulnerable and marginalized communities, can thrive in a green and just economy. Quezon City proudly leads the way in creating an inclusive green economy, guided by our enhanced local climate change action plan for 2021 to 2050. As the only Philippine city with an approved and operational plan of this kind, this LCCAP is the cornerstone of our commitment to sustainable and equitable development. Grounded in robust data and evidence, our LCCAP sets ambitious targets, including a 30% reduction in greenhouse gas emissions by 2030 and achieving net zero emissions by 2050. Beyond numbers, these embody our firm commitment to a climate strategy that aligns with the Paris Agreement, the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, and a just and equitable transition. This regional academy today is part of the C40 UCAP, or Climate Action Implementation Program, a 4-year initiative funded by the UK government. Through the UCAP program, C40 cities are working to bring equity and inclusion to the heart of climate action by engaging frontline and marginalized groups, assessing the actions through an equity lens, and making sure that the benefits of these actions are distributed in an equitable way. We understand that climate action is inseparable from social justice. Our LCCAP serves as our guiding framework, shaping policies and programs that deliver meaningful benefits for all residents. A significant portion of our workforce is employed in the informal economy, individuals whose livelihoods are particularly susceptible to climate shocks. Our plan prioritizes inclusive climate action, ensuring that no one is left behind on our path to a sustainable future. Our commitment to a green and just economy is a grassroots movement that empowers all residents, especially the marginalized. Since 2022, we have created over 25,000 jobs in the urban farming sector alone. providing not just income, but also the opportunity for individuals to build better futures for themselves and their families. Through our urban farming program, thousands of urban farmers have become key players in our local food system, contributing to both food security and environmental sustainability. Beyond the fields, our pursuits to an inclusive, sustainable economy reaches into the very fabric of our city's daily life, where often unseen and undervalued workers, our paderos, or waste pickers and scavengers, who we now call resource collectors, play a significant role. These workers, who have long been marginalized, are the backbone of our efforts to maintain a clean and sustainable Quezon City. Every day, they tirelessly collect, sort, and manage the waste produced by millions of residents, ensuring that our city remains not just livable, but thriving. We are redefining the roles of these essential workers. They are no longer just collecting waste. They are active participants in the recycling and resource recovery processes that are vital to reducing our environmental footprint. To support them, we are committed to improving their working conditions, providing proper protective gear, ensuring fair wages, and offering opportunities for skill development and career advancement. Green jobs, in our view, must be both environmentally sustainable and offer dignity and security to those who hold them. By investing in the welfare of our paneros, or now we call resource collectors, I have to stress we're changing the terminology to give them more integrity and dignity. We are not only enhancing the effectiveness of our waste management system, but also ensuring that these workers can lead safer, more secure lives. This is how we build a truly inclusive green economy, one that values every contributor and ensures that progress is shared by all. Ladies and gentlemen, and persons of diverse genders, within the challenges we face lies our greatest opportunity. We have a chance to reshape our cities, not only to withstand the impacts of climate change, but to emerge stronger, more inclusive, and more just. Together, we are showing the rest of the world how it can be done, and I am optimistic that as we inspire others to walk the same path, we will reach the future of our hopes just in time. Again, as we say in Filipino, maraming salamat at mabuhay tayo.
Thank you very much, Mayor Joy Del Monte. Now, from one admirable woman to another, our keynote speech is up next, and I have the honor to introduce our speaker. Yvonne Aki Sawyer served as the mayor of Freetown from May 2018 to February 2023 and was